fire, 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 How many of you guys have ordered HelloFresh? How many? Tell me right now. How many of you? Not me. Me neither. No. Never know I can cook based. Not me. That shit sucks. Absolutely fucking not. That shit's a scam. I never have. I never. Nope. I cook myself. Hell no. I cook on hot nice. Not me. Okay. Now we gotta know. I ordered HelloFresh. Let's see if it was a scam. Now let's see.
All right, so at this point, we are all well aware of the...
We all know about HelloFresh. You know that guy. You guys know I had a HelloFresh order, like not an order, a sponsorship. They offered me a sponsorship, and I said no. Oh my god.
HomeKit meal delivery services.
You did? Yeah, I did. I had a HelloFresh sponsorship.
You know, the Blue Aprons, the HelloFreshes, the Green Chefs. There's dozens of these companies. They actually make up a $10 billion a year industry. That's
no, I just care about my viewers, and I don't want to get money just to like bore my viewers to death.
Rapidly growing. But my question is, are they just heavily funded and have a ton of marketing money
take a sponsorship?
That they can acquire customers with? Or is there actual value
when I get
for
a
home
good
cooks
game
like you
sponsorship?
to
How about
subscribe
that?
in one of these services? I honestly don't know. So what I'm gonna do today is buy one of these boxes, try it out myself, and put it up against just buying groceries online to see what the cost breakdown is, and really weigh all of the pros and cons. So this is either gonna be one long ad for these companies or potentially the exact opposite. Stay tuned to find out.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Siege sponsorship? I'd rather eat my own shoe. No thanks. Raid Shadow Legends? I already had a Raid Shadow Legends offer, and I said no.
Find out. All right, so we have to order one of these meal kits. I'm gonna go
buying
with
groceries online. Do you guys not what? Do you guys not know what groceries delivered online is? And what sponsorship you will take? Question mark. A good one. I like to look at the food before I buy it. Jill, it's funny because I thought the same thing, but then it turns out if you order groceries online, I just walk to a store. That's really nice, but sometimes people don't have time to go to the grocery store anymore. If you work yourself to death, sometimes it's more convenient to do it that way. But to the point that I was trying to make, the people who pack your groceries now, actually, if you pick the produce out of the grocery section, they pick you good stuff. Yeah.
That seems to be the most relevant one right now, whether that's because they have the most marketing money and they're just pumping it out right now, or they're actually doing really well. I don't know, but they're everywhere. So that's the winner today. So first we gotta choose a plan.
Shit.
I am just gonna do the old meat and veggies, the omnivore. I'm going with 2 people, just me and my wife. 2 recipes a week. So this is the minimum, this is the base. So that comes to $61, which seems like a lot. But I guess I won't know until I see what I get.
Yeah, it takes me like 15 minutes to drive to my grocery store. Maybe 10. Yeah. For me, mostly what I don't like is that because I stream, I made my schedule to fit around like my job. And I really fucking hate having to like be in the store when there's a lot of people. Because when you don't have a lot of people in the grocery store, it's really nice, actually. I don't have a choice because I have to go at a certain time, and Saturdays are always really bad. I don't mind going to the grocery store. I genuinely like going to the grocery store, but my issue is I have to go at like there's no people at 1 a.m. Yeah, but I can't do that. That's the problem. I can't do that. I have to go during the day, and I go at peak hours, and I fucking hate it. So I can understand why people order groceries online.
how big these meals are, how good the ingredients are. So it looks like it's pre-selected these meals. We've got an Italian chicken over lemony spaghetti.
I hate zucchini.
Solid. And then I guess if you scroll down here, you can add other meals. Now these all look really good. Or, I mean, some of them at least. Definitely some good ideas here. So what I'm gonna do is piggyback or basically steal these recipes or these ideas.
I wish I could go at 1 a.m. That'd be sick, man.
Of $61. Buy groceries online, so you still have the delivery fees, and try to make a few of Blue Apron's actual meals. And I think if we just click into this, let me see if they give you the recipes. Probably not. They don't give you the recipes, but they do give you all of the ingredients, which is great. So I'm gonna pick 2 or 3 of these and see how many of the ingredients we can get.
24-hour Walmarts. I really needed something for a project for work and I needed to go to Walmart, and then I came to Walmart and it was fucking closed. I was so fucking thrown off, by the way, because before the pandemic happened, Walmart used to be open 24/7. Yeah, that got me fucked up. I drove at 1 a.m. to Walmart to go get like a fucking little tool that I needed. I don't buy any produce of Walmart, by the way, just for clarification. I used to when I was really, really poor. It was so bad. But now you can't do that because Walmarts aren't 24/7 anymore. And it fucking sucks.
Ooh, this looks good. Pork sausage rigatoni. So we'll try to make
pork
this,
sausage rigatoni.
And hopefully I'll have some overlap with ingredients, so there's not a lot of waste. Ooh, this one looks pretty good. Spices, nice turkey couscous bowl. There's some decent overlap there. We can actually use the pork sausage for this as well instead of turkey. There's zucchini in both. So let's screenshot this bad boy. And I'm guessing that's all I can afford ingredient-wise. If I do have any extra budget, I'll just buy extra ingredients and try to make a meal with all of the leftover stuff.
Little and Aldi
on HelloFresh, those meals should just come in a few days. I'm gonna head over
24/7 stores. I mean, who will just buy something at 3 a.m.? Do you realize that people like sometimes have jobs that make them work night shifts or they're night owls? I don't understand. Like, some people do that. It's just kind of their thing. It's not a majority of the population, don't get me wrong, but there is a demand. Yeah, and some people have to work the graveyard. Like, who the fuck? You realize janitors work through the night. They don't clean. Some janitorial people have to work through at night because they can't work during the day because people are like working in the buildings. Yeah.
Over to Fresh Direct, another free ad. This is a local delivery service
Fresh
in the New York area.
Direct!
And now all I have to do is look at these ingredients.
Oh my god, he lives in New York. I'm so sorry.
Punching in some ingredients and see what my final cost is. All right, so I have most of the stuff in my cart here, and it's coming.
I'm gonna go late because it's less crowded. I want to, but I just don't have the means right now.
Well, $58. So this is just a little bit cheaper. Now there are a few things that I couldn't get that would have just jacked the price up a lot. So the things I'm missing for these 2 meals are za'atar spice mix, a Turkish spice blend, sliced almonds. I wasn't gonna get a whole thing of almonds for like $10, and chili flakes. Now I already have all of those in my pantry, and I'll say adding those up in very small amounts to make these recipes work will equal out to an extra $3, which will bring us up to an even price to the HelloFresh. All right, order placed, coming in 2 days, which is great because tomorrow we'll get that HelloFresh box and I will cook up all of those meals and see what we get.
All right, let's see what kind of garbage we get at HelloFresh. I hope he's honest. This isn't cringe.
All right, so the big reveal. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, crunching things already. Does it feel like $50 of ingredients? Feels a little light. So this right here is all the meal 1 ingredients. We've got some promotional stuff, some deals on more HelloFresh, keeping you in the game.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
We have a little packet of chicken and ground beef. And I guess that is one nice element, that you have these single servings. Some people maybe get overwhelmed by like a big old packet of chicken breasts or bored. So they're able to obviously portion things off. Second meal ingredients. What's this? Oh, wow, that's a super small little packet of beef stock. What the hell is
wow.
this? So sour cream, that's cool. Garlic powder. So that's where they have me beat. In this case, obviously being able to have individual portions of these ingredients.
Spices,
and then
yeah.
Finally, we have some,
That's the one gripe about if you want to get into cooking, you have to dump a bunch of money into spices, so it kind of sucks. Don't get me wrong, it's completely worth it, but I'm just trying to say, like, maybe if you're intimidated by that, just bite the bullet and buy the spices, yeah? Spices last a long time. Yeah, I totally get it, but some people, because they're like, you know, they're not as wealthy as you and I, so to speak. Yeah, it's, yeah. No, leftovers already don't like it. Yeah, but some people don't like leftovers. I don't really like leftovers. I'm okay with certain leftovers, but like, I don't know, chicken leftovers kind of fucking blow, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, and steaks don't reheat well, like stuff like that.
Pretty easy ingredient and recipe breakdown.
It depends what type of food.
For a pro home cook. So first up was the mashed potato, meatloaf, and Brussels sprouts, which feels as American as you can get, not necessarily a meal that I'm normally cooking. So let's see what happens. First, I sliced up the potatoes, got them boiling, and then I sliced half of the shallot and diced the other half. Then I cut my Brussels sprouts in half and started working on the meatloaf, which was basically just adding in a few packets of seasoning and the breadcrumbs. All right, just a quick little, I would say, halfway update. We've got our potatoes boiling for these mashed potatoes. Oven is preheating for the meatloaf and the Brussels sprouts. Brussels cut, meatloaf mixture all in there. What I've learned so far is I am terrible at following instructions and recipes. Like, it all makes sense why
freshness is questionable for 24/7. I disagree. I disagree. What do you think happens when a store closes? Stuff just stays in the fridges. You do realize that, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's not accurate either, because what do you think happens when a store closes? Stuff just stays on the shelves and on the in the fridges and in the freezers. And also people restock stuff at night. There's people who work night shifts stocking stuff in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just don't know how grocery stores work. Yeah. Yeah, Julie.
Make an IKEA cabinet or something, I end up f***ing up at least one element, and then I gotta go back and do it again. I just like,
this guy
the
sucks
fine
at cooking!
print really going line by line, it is slowing me down by so much. I just don't think I'm built for recipes, which makes sense why I'm always pushing no recipes on Pro Home Cooks. But outside of my own personal issues, the recipe is solid. They're using certain ingredients in different elements of the dish, which I think is
I didn't even read that fucking comment.
So far, so good. I oiled up my pan, formed 2 meatloafs, and added the Brussels sprouts to the other side. And I appreciate the efficiency of this recipe with 2 things on one pan, roasting at the same time. Then I picked some thyme leaves, chopped that all up, got that sauteing with some shallot, added in a little bit of water with this beef concentrate packet, and then just cooked that down a little bit. So this was a pretty interesting recipe for mashed potatoes. Now I'm going in with one of these sour creams, boom, 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 and that's pretty much my base right there. So really nice recipe to flavor bomb these mashed potatoes. You know,
we
it's
have
so
different
funny.
experience.
Quick little update. I thought I was making a base to a mashed potato, which was this little sauce right here. Turns out that is the sauce for the meatloaf. I'm an idiot, but that makes sense.
Doopsie.
Sauce. I'm gonna flavor up these mashed potatoes with the rest of the sour cream and the rest of the garlic powder. Wait a minute. Look how much extra time I have. They didn't mention this, but I'm gonna throw a little bit of this time in the mashed potatoes because, I mean, why not? Could use it. To bring the mashed potatoes together, I added the sour cream packet, a little knob of butter, the garlic powder packet, and a little bit of that extra thyme, and then just mashed them up and
I'm gonna bring up another thing, is that 24/7 places are very common in Japan and they have very good freshness. I feel like you're probably having a bad experience with 24/7 places, or you're not knowing what you're talking about. Because, like, granted, it, like, you know what you're walking into, like, when with a 24/7 7-Eleven, like, yes, like, that's gonna be trash, but supermarkets are usually pretty good. Just as generally speaking.
Seasoned them. All right, these are
depends on the quality
roasting.
too.
One thing that they don't tell
like
you to
Walmart
do
has shit quality produce, but that's just always gonna be like that.
To the potatoes that came off meatloaf.
Don't eat gas station sushi.
Is not gonna always tell you these things. That's for sure. Learn that on the job. All right.
This looks good.
Oops. Awesome. Meatloaf sprouts.
Meatloaf,
finally,
Brussels
meatloaf
sprouts.
sauce. Wow, that's a well-portioned meal right there. So far, so good. They definitely have the portions down. Like, you can tell those are refined. I'm a pretty average-sized dude. If I'm sitting down and I'm hungry, that's definitely doing the trick. All right, up next, we've got Italian chicken over lemony spaghetti. Looks
lemony
simple
spaghetti.
enough. Chicken breast right here. And then in here, we've got some noodles that are from Italy. These look pretty solid. We've got our zucchini.
I don't like zucchini,
little
chat.
package of parm, oregano, chili flakes, and then it's basically a super reduced stock. Super easy to just pour in, and then another sour cream. That's it. And instead of showing you a whole nother round of cooking, I gotta say, another great dish right here. Incredible flavor. Still took a little longer,
like
not as
zucchini.
long as the last one. I
My mom used to
boil
make
the
me eat
noodles while
zucchini. I
sauteing
don't
the
like
zucchini.
it.
Then you take the zucchini out, fry the chicken.
Why
that's
don't you like
coated in
spaghetti?
Oregano. And then once
Like
that's
zucchini kinda
done,
big?
what I really liked was throwing in some lemon zest, garlic, and chili flake in some olive oil, which created such a flavor blast for this pasta. I'm just gonna plate it all in one big white bowl. Here's the
Lemony
chicken.
spaghetti.
Perfectly cooked, I will say. Wow. HelloFresh delivers again. So I'll be bringing this home for dinner. That's why I'm not sampling it right now. But I've been tasting the noodles, and again, it tastes great. Honestly, a little outside of what I would make. I will say I'm a bit inspired. Whatever team is developing these recipes at HelloFresh, give them a raise. They're doing a good job.
Tried zucchini.
Really good layer building of flavor
It's like,
and good utilization of ingredients.
It's like a
different
hard
forms of
cucumber,
recipe.
but like
Good
not watery.
there. And before we move on to the grocery
I don't know
haul,
if that
wanna
makes
mention
sense.
that
Probably doesn't make
anything you
sense.
see in this video,
Fried
this
zucchini
bowl
chips
right
are pretty
here by
fire.
Hanson,
Yeah, they're
this
alright.
beautiful
It's squash,
non-stick
right?
pot by Smith, and all of these knives right here,
maybe,
which
correct me
are
if I'm
various
wrong.
brands that I love, can all be found at ProHomeCooks.com. We teamed up with my absolute favorite brands in the kitchen game to give you a curated
review?
experience to find
Okay.
everything you need to become a true pro home cook. So check out ProHomeCooks.com for your next kitchen purchase. Anything you buy there, of course, supports.
Also, I have to preface this is that HelloFresh takes ingredients from where you live. Yeah, like if you live near, like they have to source it from somewhere, they don't freeze it, you know? Was it $60 for just 2 meals? Yeah, that's a fucking scam. Was it $60 for 2 meals for 2 people? That's insanely expensive, by the way. I would say in terms of money, that's a fucking scam. Yeah, like let's rewind that. Hold on. Let's go back. Ordering. He said it was somewhere here.
This mix, as I was
Yeah, $60 is 61. I think he will bring it up again. Was it for 2 meals? No, it's 3 meals. No, 3, 4. Okay, I think it's 4 meals. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Let's dial it back. We'll go forward. That's my monthly budget of food. What the fuck? That's a whole video game. Yeah, hold on, chat. Let him finish. Let him cook. Literally, let him cook.
Grocery haul. Woo! All right,
I want to
so
find the conclusion.
My $58 grocery haul. Feeling, I would say, a little bit more substantial than the HelloFresh box. Now, yeah,
Sure.
like we've got a big old package. This is all I could get of carrots. Same thing, just 2 zucchinis.
2
Whole pack of
zucchinis.
scallywags. Couscous, grated parm, noodles. They forced me to get
Nice.
2 cloves of garlic. Oops. My dad will be able to use that all up. Full jug of chicken broth. I don't think HelloFresh has any organic ingredients, which is a great way to save costs. Everything was quality, but in this case, you know, I got some organic pork because I wanted to. Organic local carrots. Just a few upgrades. I don't think it's a huge cost.
2 from HelloFresh and 2 is stuff he ordered.
There we go. All right, so the first HelloFresh recipe that I'm going to copy without a recipe is the pork sausage rigatoni rosa. I'm gonna be using sour cream instead of cream cheese, which they have here. And
that is insanely expensive though.
Chili flakes, which is like a few cents. So here you go. Boom, look at that spicy sausage.
That looks good.
Rigatoni.
Yum.
Quick. Now this right away is feeling more like 3 meals than 2 portions, maybe 2.5. Pretty close there.
Wow,
making it was pretty
that's
simple.
a lot of food.
I first fried up half the packet of pork, and then I started working on the veggie prep. And I figured I'd throw a carrot in there because I had a whole bag. So I chopped up the carrot, chopped up a few cloves of garlic, chopped up that zucchini.
In New York, that's a problem as well for price. Yeah, that is a problem.
I dumped that out, added the carrot in, cooked that for a few minutes.
This might not be completely accurate, but still, like fucking 2 fucking meals for 2 people.
Around 11 minutes.
That seems kind of insane, no?
It was time to work on the sauce. So I dumped the veggies out right into the pork bowl, got a little bit of oil in there, and then threw in some lemon zest, garlic, and chili flake, which was actually inspired by the last pasta from HelloFresh. So thank you for that lemon zest tip. I cooked that down for about a minute, added in some tomato paste, and cooked that out a bit, which took another 2 minutes. And then I started pouring in and emulsifying in some chicken stock to really get a nice sauce. Once the noodles were done, I added the noodles with some pasta water, added in some sour cream, folded that through, and then added in my Parmesan cheese. And it needed just a little bit more pasta water to thin it out a bit. All right, so that was delicious, and that ended up being actually 3 meals for me. I filled up 3 of these 32-ounce containers. So the yield, I would say, was slightly more than the HelloFresh pasta. But we're moving on to the second meal, and a lot of these ingredients cross over, which is great. The only thing I need for this Spices Nice Turkey Couscous bowl that I didn't order,
and you saw his bowl of food.
Bit of soy sauce.
That was a lot of food.
A Turkish spice blend, which actually is exactly what this is because my parents were in Turkey and they got this for me. Some sliced almonds. I've got some whole almonds. I'll just take a handful of these and slice them up. So I'll make this dish and see what leftover food we have after that. Boom! Another one bites the dust. Look at that. So I realized that the description of these meals on HelloFresh are so detailed that you're not going to get the exact same recipe, but you can get enough information by just reading it, and that's exactly what I did. So the first thing I did was just chop up some garlic for this couscous. I got that frying off in some oil, dumped in the couscous, a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of water, and just let that cook on the back burner until it was fluffy. They mentioned an oven roasted za'atar spiced carrot and zucchini, so that's exactly what I did. I pulled out a few carrots, gave them a peel, diced them up into chunks, and then diced the zucchini into bite-sized pieces, coated them in some oil and a little bit of salt.
Man, couscous so good, man.
Look what I found. This has been sitting in my pantry since I moved into the studio for about a year. Now get into it. Now that's your za'atar spiced veggies. I threw those in the oven for about 20 minutes.
Let's pause. What did Dark Blade say? He said, so I went to the website for me when I start making my plan. If I just do meat and veggies, it's $30 for the first box. And every box after that is $60 with $5 per serving. And that's 3 meals for 2 people per week. So it's not even like 7 meals for 2 people. Oh my god, man. 3 meals for 2 people for 60 is not that bad. Is it not? Is it? I think that's pretty expensive still, man. Like all you're cutting down on is like the amount of food waste, I guess. Alana, I live in the South. What is living in the South got to do with not liking couscous? What? They look like ingredients for quality. No, because this guy said that it's not organic. The food that they get from HelloFresh is like, I don't know. It is not organic. And organic's supposed to be higher quality. It's not common in my area. What has that got to do with saying ew couscous? I don't understand. Organic is a scam. I agree and disagree. Certain products can be organic and be better for you. I think, yeah. Certain things can be organic and be better for you. Do you feel like tomatoes are different in Russia, Europe, and the US? Yes. Yes. Yes, I actually do believe that. In Europe, tomatoes in America can be really watered down depending on what you buy. Where are the best tomatoes? In Italy, ding dong. I've had Italian tomatoes, they're fucking amazing. Free range meat is better than factory bullshit. Yes, I think buying organic meat is better, but organic vegetables is like kind of like is it really organic? Like, how do folks define organic though? No pesticides? Yes, generally speaking. There's a whole myriad of things that qualify as organic, but I would say it's fine to buy like organic vegetable, excuse me. Non-organic vegetables, you like, who the fuck cares? Like, really? Like, come on. Yeah, tomato sandwiches though. I don't eat tomato in my sandwiches. Sorry.
It's at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and this was quick cooking couscous, so it was already done. So I just turned the heat off and let that warm until everything else was finished. And then I started working on what they're calling savory soy sauce and Tunisian spiced turkey. In this case, I'm using the pork. So I started frying that up in some oil until it started to brown. And then I added that Turkish spice blend with a little bit of soy sauce and just cooked that down for a few minutes until this pork was looking so beautiful. Good. And they mentioned a creamy garlic lemon sauce, which I can pretty much guarantee gets mixed up in a bowl, but I figured I would just take advantage of this flavor in the pan. So what I did was I added a little bit of oil, some garlic, and instead of doing fresh almonds on top like it suggested, I just threw up some sliced almonds right in the pan to toast up and brown. And then I hit it with some sour cream, a little bit of lemon juice, and seasoned it up and cooked it for about a minute until I had a perfect little creamy, zesty, garlicky sauce.
That looks so fucking good, man.
Couscous, roasted za'atar veggies. Got our spiced pork. Wow, I love this dish. And our sour cream, lemon, almond, garlic sauce. Wow. Finally, some scallions. Holy hell. Thank you for the inspiration, HelloFresh.
Want that wooden bowl?
We are now equal with HelloFresh.
Like wooden bowls,
4 meals versus 4 meals, but we have a lot of extra ingredients. I don't know why I'm saying we. Half bag of couscous, all of this goodness in here. There is definitely a meal that I can make. 2 meals, hopefully.
You eat greens a lot?
Who knows? So what I ended up doing was just...
Yeah, I like greens. Did I not just talk about how I like all this food right here? I don't like zucchini, but it doesn't mean I don't like anything else.
Taking all these leftovers and cooking them on the live stream. And I made this super delicious couscous by caramelizing some carrots,
yeah, stroganoff is so fucking good. I love stroganoff. A little
bit of chicken stock to make a super delicious couscous, which pretty much got rid of all the rest of the couscous. I actually took a sweet potato that I had in the pantry, which pretty much equaled out the pricing for both the HelloFresh and the grocery haul. And I chopped it up, coated it in some spices,
what's the verdict,
in the air
man?
fryer, roasted that off. And then the real star of the show, where I got super creative, was taking the rest of that Parmesan cheese that I had, adding some Turkish spice to it, and letting those bake in the oven to create these spiced Parmesan crisps. And someone actually had a question on how to use up yogurt, which inspired me to make this yogurt sauce with the rest of the sour cream and some lemon and some garlic. And this dish came together so good. The Parmesan crisp really elevated the sweet potato so it could hold up as a vegetarian dish on its own.
Damn,
bringing us up to a grand total of 6 meals for the grocery haul to 4 meals from HelloFresh for pretty much the exact same.
So it is really expensive. Based on this video, HelloFresh is not terrible. I still won't use it, but it seems viable for some people. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but at the same time, like, holy shit, that's kind of expensive. Is HelloFresh good, or is he a good cook? I think he's a good cook because he made a lot of recipes. He made extra recipes with what he had already. Dobre utro, dobre utro. If I was rich, I'd use it. I mean, if you're rich, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right?
Price. So if you are a beginner or you're busy and you don't want to think about anything, these boxes can clearly be a great option in the kitchen.
They can.
But if you are feeling the desire to start breaking free of recipes and really coming up with things on your own, I created this ultimate veggie PDF right here to help you on that journey.
PDF.
So click this, it's a free download, and I will see you in the next video.
I can stretch $60 into 8 days of food. Yeah, but this isn't made for like, what is it called? This isn't made for stretching food. It's made for people who don't have time to cook, but still don't want to fucking order like 10 times on DoorDash, you know? Yeah. He's a good cook. Like, you can tell with how he managed to stretch out a bunch of food and how creative he is. If I was rich, my Oshie'd eat well. Sheesh. Mommy! Piss, piss, piss. Shit! Piss, 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 piss. Fuck. Fucking shit on calm. Piss myself. Fuck, 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 fuck. Piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck, piss.